It's your girl Nikki St. Clair Way. I'm right back again, and everyone's talking about him. Everyone's talking about R. Kelly, but I want to talk to you about the victims, the children that were pretty much dangled in front of the horse like a fucking carrot. Um, for I guess self gratification, our perseverance in this society as a family. I guess what were they supposed to do? They were expected to take one for the team. These people that worked with him, they knew his weakness. They were enablers. They knew that that man had an issue, okay? And his weakness was young women. But what did they do? Well, here go one. I got me a niece right here. She nice and ready. Uh, uh, well, here she want to sing. I'ma just be over here. You do what you gotta do to make us rich. And you knew, y'all knew that man had been convicted. When it got, I'm telling you, I watched that series. And when it got to the parents, I just felt like those parents were pimping off their daughter, pimping out their daughter, so that they as a family could be all right. I don't know if they were thinking like, I'm gonna just throw her to the wolves and let them get her for a price, and then I'm gonna draw them back, and then maybe I could just pay for some therapy. I don't know if they were thinking, well, maybe he'll fall in love with this child, this 15, 16, 17-year-old, and maybe, just maybe, he'll marry her. I really don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. But all that comes to mind is greed. That's what I'm getting. Greed. They had hopes and dreams for tomorrow based on what R. Kelly could do for them and their child. And they might as well have had their children on Backpage. They might as well. They knew exactly, they knew the arguments, they knew the different cases and the counts. But because they wanted to stand behind that, well, he's never been convicted. They wanted to stand behind that. Guess what? Guess what ended up happening? You sent them over there. So it is what it is. Of course it happened. And I don't know if they're more upset about losing their children or not being compensated for the exchange. I looked at both sets of parents, and it's really something about that. The Savages, they look like a crooked preacher and evangelist. I swear, I was looking at them, and and then I looked at the other set of parents, and they looked like they had it going on, but they didn't really. They developed a plan because it was like, we used to have it going on, we want to have it going on again, and this is going to be the way. Yeah, sure, that child could sing. I don't know if the child could sing or not. As a matter of fact, they didn't even turn the sound on to let us hear the child singing. But I tell you what, if I just wonder if R. Kelly openly liked little boys and things came out about him taking little boys' virginity, would it have been a double standard? to leave their son all ripped up, and bleeding because they gave their son, their virgin son, to a man who desires and loves young boys? Would it have been a different experience, a different reaction? I don't know. But the Bible says the heart is evil. God knows the heart. And you always hear people say, God knows my heart, God knows my heart. But the Bible reveals that the hearts of men are evil. Huh? It broke my heart because these kids, these teenagers, they have been robbed of who they could develop to be. They've been robbed. They weren't protected. You got one job, parents, and that is to educate and protect. And you failed. If you can't educate and protect a child so that they can grow into whom they are truly supposed to be, if you haven't supported their endeavors and be safe about things and use wisdom, you failed. You have failed. And I'm just letting you know, like, unfortunately, you really can't trust even your own mother and your own father sometimes. They'll throw your ass to the wolves. Huh? For some silver. Huh? Breaks my heart. But anyways, that's what stuck out most to me. Because at the end of the day, I do believe in the you knew it was a snake when you got with it. You lay down with dogs, you're going to get up with fleas. I believe in those theories. I believe in those sayings. And they know exactly who he was, how he got down. They saw. Even the producer said, hey, I was going from room to room and I saw women in every room. And I said, well, what is this? What's going on? And if he saw it, the workers, the uncle, the niece of Sparkle, the Sparkle's, brother, who's supposed to be the father, the head of the household, the protector, he saw it too. And after seeing all of this, you offer them as ransom and use it to your advantage to blackmail and to manipulate so that you can keep the coin coming. I just want to know I would love to know, what have these people gained? Now that the checks ain't coming no more, what did they gain from all of this? What do they have a home? Did they open up an orphanage? Do they donate to charities and associations for battered women and children? Have they opened businesses? I just want to know, what have they gained? And I'm pretty sure it's nothing. They have gained nothing but embarrassment and reproach on their names. Because they decided this is a for sure thing. I give you my daughter. We can all eat. We can all be millionaires. It should be all right. But is it worth it? Is it worth it? And what if you did get your daughter back and they have emotional problems or they want to kill themselves? Would you put all of that on R. Kelly? And if you are, you're some selfish bastards. If you can't take any blame for what you did, you're a selfish ass bastard. Because I'm not caping for that man. He is what he is, and he does what he does. But you, as a parent, you are to educate and protect your child and bring them up in an environment and teach them survival. And just teach them to fend for themselves, not throw them to the damn wolves. Anyways, that's my take on it. I'm Nikki St. Clair. You know, they're not the only ones that have gone through these different things. We have people in the hood right now, kids in the hood, just being used and abused. I have friends who are teachers who tell me they want to sign their kids off to being special ed just so they can get a government check. So you're going to throw them off to the wolves and so that they could be on some type of medication and drug them up, because they do test these kids. They drug test them to make sure that you're not lying. Then you got to take the time to take them to different therapy, and then you just fill them up with all these pills at what cost? So you can get an extra check? Because your baby daddy that you met at the fucking Savoy Taco Tuesday, you ain't seen him since you fucked him that night, so you need some help? I'm just saying, you can't trust nobody these days. And people get desperate and they will throw their own kid to the wolves just for a check. It is what it is. But it ain't all that man's fault. And I'm going to need for y'all he knew what it was. They all knew what it was. And another thing, let me tell you why I know they know what it was. Because when he was getting with these women and children and girls and whoever else, he had them sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, stating they stole a Rolex, that they stole money. Yeah. They sat there and they read it. Apologies. I'm so sorry I did this to you. Before he even got involved with them. And they signed their names because, boom, it was a setup. It was a give and take. If you tell on me, I'm going to tell on you. And this is your signature on this date. You signed it. Because he knew what it was and you knew what it was. So it's your fault. It's your own fault. If you signed those faulty ass NDAs, you knew what it was. You knew what you was getting yourself into. And it's your fault. Okay? He's wrong. But he's him. And he has been him for years and years. And, you know, if you let money get involved, you really, really know who people are. You find out who they are when you get money or when there's an opportunity to get big money. And then you find out who they are when your ass go all the way broke. And it ain't, and the money in the land of milk and honey, the shit ain't flowing like it used to be. That's when you find out who people are. Because they either going to be jealous and try to jack your ass or try to kiss your ass so they can get what you got. And when you ain't able to help them, and when you can't serve them no more, they done got with you, kicked it with you, found out all your secrets, all of your shortcomings. They want to expose you. They want to, talk bad about you, and they have no respect for you anymore. It just lets you know they never had respect for you. They were all about what you could do for them. So anyways, I'm Nikki St. Clair. That's what I gathered from the matter. Now, I did pay attention to all the other shit, but I'm letting you know right now, it was the parents, and it was the people that signed them NDAs. Because you can't pay me to say I stole a watch, I stole some money. I'm not signing my name to that. Bitch, what? If you want me, you want me. I ain't got to do all that. So please don't be talking about they were kids, they were innocent, they didn't know what they was getting into. Please don't tell me, oh, these parents, they just really wanted to have a better future for their kids, and the kid was just so talented that they just handed them off to R. Kelly. Because I don't believe you. Okay, you take care. Like, subscribe, comment below. You can share if you want to. But please, oh please, have a wonderful day and a wonderful new year. And I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.